Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? Got watching the screen here, making sure everything's gonna be running smooth. Hopefully you can hear me. Matt, you might want to give me a audio sound check about the music and the audio, and let me know how it's all running. Get that stuff all set up here so I can see what's going on. Make sure that I can be heard. Matt, can you hear me? Am I being seen and heard here? I'll call people out here. We got Rom Sense in the house. We got Walker Outdoors in the house. We got Matt from Awesome Wood Things in the house. TJ's Woodworking Shop is in the house. Yeah, boy. Matt, give me an audio check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear the music? Can you hear me? Either I can't be heard or Matt's asleep at the helm. Can somebody give me an audio check? Okay, there we go. Audio check. Cool. Commander Vlogs is in the house. How am I? I'm finer than frog here and twice as wiry. Cool beans. Good to see y'all out there. I did a live stream this morning where I was snapping some beans and talking to some folks out there in YouTube land, having some fun, telling some stories. And I got surprised with a bunch of super chats come in. TCTV was in there, Cab 7, Green Bay Wacky, and Margie. There's Margie Yeomans, yes. They all surprised me with some super chats this morning. Man, I tell you what, I'm still tasting the sweetness of it. Feeling the love. Mercy sakes alive. We got the Magic 8 Ball here this evening to answer questions. So if anybody's got questions for the Magic 8 Ball, let me know. We'll see what Magic 8 Ball has to say. Commander Vlog says, I'm about to work out at my girlfriend's gym. She takes forever to get here. Well, now, you know, good things are worth waiting for. Just hang in there now. Don't be too big of a rush. Hurry your life away. Savor the moments. Get to sit here with us and enjoy our company while you're waiting for her. There's worse things you could be doing. Ah, Matt says I'm wearing one of his favorite hats. Yep, this is the Mad Hatter hat. I just rooted through them and grabbed one. I got a mess of them. Well, very cool, very cool. He says he's just waiting in the car. Thought he'd come on YouTube and saw me was being online. He thought he'd show support. I appreciate it, I truly do. Glad to have you in there. I don't know how many of you are aware, but I made a Facebook group the other day. It's called BrendaG's Designs Group. The link will be in the description of this video, so if you're not signed up there on the group, you might want to get in there. I'm going to let everybody talk about their videos, put their videos up, and we'll talk about YouTube. If you got any questions about how to do things on YouTube, it'd be a nice group to be able to get together and compare notes on and see if we can help each other with this YouTube thing. Holy smoke, she's about an hour to an hour and a half late for just about everything. Well, see, you have to learn how to set the clock. Because if you need to be someplace at 6, you're going to need to be telling her 4:30. Oh, Matt wants me to talk about the new series. And that's why I'm single. That's what the name of it is. That's why I'm single. I put out 2 videos so far on it. You need to watch them videos, and if you like what I'm doing, leave me some comments about it and let me know. It's all in comedy. I mean, my whole life's just been laugh riot. So, you know, people ask me all the time, why are you still single? Because my husband's been gone now about 20 years. And so I tried dating for a while, and it was one entertaining moment after the next. So if you like me telling them stories, watch them videos for me and leave me comments about them, because you won't believe some of the things I've been through. Oh my, I couldn't make that stuff up. Commander Vlogs loves the hat. Thank you very much. I got a mess of hats. I wear a different one all the time. You never know what you're going to see out of me. You don't know what I'm liable to say or do. The Egyptian Gamer Geek is in the house. He came to say hey. So hey, right back at you. Good to see you in there. Anybody got any questions for Magic 8 Ball tonight? You thought I killed a couple of them off? Well, that last one maybe so. I mean, you know, he made it 14 years and then he croaked. I've been through 3 of them. The first 2 run off. Can you blame him? Well, they're not string beans, Margie. They're green beans, just regular green beans, and they're on a cooking. There's in this slow cooker. The house is smelling good. I got some ham shanks in there with them. Put some onion in there, and put some chicken broth in there. Put a little salt. And I got them in the cooker. They'll be done right around, I don't know, sometime between 10 and 11 o'clock tonight, I think. I like to wait until that meat falls right off the bone. Oh, mercy sakes. You got her a rose and you hope it don't wilt because it's 90 degrees outside. Don't leave it in the sunshine. Keep it in air conditioned in the car. Man, I tell you, these was fresh green beans too, Commander Vlogs. I got them right straight out of the garden, brought them in here and snapped them. Fresh green beans out of the garden. Matt wants to know, Magic 8 Ball. The 8 Ball said I would get my Whirligig project done before the deadline, but I'm having second thoughts. Are you sure I'll get it done by the 31st? Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball. Matt wants to know if you're sure that he's going to get that Whirligig project done by the 31st of this month. Today's the 23rd. Now, Magic 8 Ball, tell me true. And the Magic 8 Ball says, let me get my big eye over here so I can read what Magic 8 Ball says. And it says, better not tell you now. That ain't sounding good. All right. Drive Shaft Drew's in the house. Hey, Drive Shaft Drew. Good to see you in there. Yeah, there won't be no air conditioning in that gym. You better give it to her as soon as you get in the gym. That way, if it wilts, it'll be on her. I wouldn't leave it in the car. Man, it's gonna cook in the car. Mr. Dutchy Dutch is in the house. Hey, Mr. Dutchy Dutch. We're asking the Magic 8 Ball question here for Matt over at Awesome Wood Things. He wants to know if he's gonna get that Whirligig project done for that Whirligig contest by the 31st of this month. Now, Magic 8 Ball, tell me true. Tell me true. And the Magic 8 Ball says, it is certain. There you go, Matt. It is certain. The Joe Sankovic is in the house. Much love to you as well, Joe. Good to have you in there. We're asking the 8 Ball some questions and just jawing here a little bit. Margie wants to know, Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball. Will all go well with her move? Will all go well with Margie's move? And the Magic 8 Ball says, as I see it, yes. There you go. There you go, Margie. Oh, mercy sakes. Oh, Lord have mercy, Commander Vlogs. No choice is not bringing it into the gym. Well, that's nice. See, that'd be a romantic gesture. You took it into the gym, you know, and you're swearing your undying love to her in there in the gym. Oh, my goodness. That melt her heart. Yep, and keep it in the shade and try to keep it cool as you can. That's all I can tell you. What time does the store close? Hey, this is one of them 24/7 stores. It's open 24/7, 365. It's always open. You go to some of them 24/7 stores and they're open 24/7, but not all at the same time. Joe says he's got a new vlog and it'll be up tonight, week 75. It's crazy. 75 consecutive weeks. Hope y'all check it out. Mercy sakes alive. 75 consecutive weeks. That's almost a year and a half. 2 more weeks, I think, would make a year and a half, wouldn't it? Let's see, 52 and 26. No, it'll be a few more weeks than that. Maybe another month. And you'll be a year and a half at it. Congratulations, Joe. You have staying power. Yeah, and I'll also announce that Wednesday night, this Wednesday night, going to do another live stream panel. We're going to have Green Bay Wacky. We're going to have Fireman CV, Lulu Love You, Cab 7, and Matt, that's out there in the audience right now. He's going to be on the show from Awesome Wood Things. We're going to be talking about editing. We got like 3 different editing programs to show you, do some demonstrations on how to edit videos to help you out a little bit, help you make choices on what kind of editing software that you might want to get. And hey, I'm going to be the biggest student in that class because I'm trying to figure it out myself. I don't know what to do. I'm poor at this technology thing, so you be learning right along with me on this. The weather has cooled down about 5 degrees, Margie, since the sun went down. And that's helped a little bit. Boy, it was hot this morning. Mercy. I tell you what. I've got my shoes in front of a fan to dry them out because I'd like to melt it right into my shoes. But yeah, if you would, please spread the word there on that Wednesday night. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time for the Wednesday panel. And Matt wants to know, will Lulu's camera be working on Wednesday's show? The last one was just her still photo. I don't know. Now, she's a little shy on getting on the camera. So, I don't know if her camera's going to be on or not for the show. You know, she's such a sweet young thing, and she hates to, you know, get out there and drive y'all crazy. She's so pretty. So, I don't know. She'll have it turned on or not. Mr. Dutchie says it is close to 120 degrees. Now, is that Celsius or Fahrenheit, Dutchie? Because we do Fahrenheit over here in the States. Man, I tell you what, it's 120 degrees. Melt the tires off your car. Well, yeah, I know, Matt, but, you know, we're not sticklers over here. As long as she gets her 2 cents worth put in, I don't be too particular about that sort of thing. She has a lot of good input for the show. So as long as she gets her 2 cents worth put in, that's the important part. I mean, there's something to be said for radio, you know. Okay, Dutchie says it's 97 degrees Celsius over there. And he's in the UK. So that's 120 our temperature. Ooh, wowie woo. Shoo. Sit in the air conditioning and never go out. Up and down, huh? Man. Ghost Moppy's in the house. Good to have you in there, Ghost. Well, we're playing with the 8-ball a little bit. I was telling them how I've got a Facebook group set up. It's called BrendaG's Designs Group. So if you go over to Facebook, look that up. Get in there, because in that one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be listing our videos for everybody to watch, promoting our videos. We're going to be talking about problems and stuff that we've got with YouTube, things that we don't know how to do that we need help with, and hopefully be able to help each other a little bit, or try to find out who can help us with issues that we've got. So that's a good one. If you're into crafts and stuff and you want to put pictures up of the crafts and things you do, I'm open to that. I was talking about my new series there, and that's why I'm single. If you haven't checked them out, Ghost, you might want to check them out. I got 2 up so far. I'll do a whole series of them as long as y'all are interested in watching them. Tell some of the goofy things that's happened on dates that I've been on, and that's why I'm single. There may be more to that too, because there's other reasons I'm single too. It doesn't have to be a date. Okay, Commander Vlogs, you have a good time at the gym. She must have got there. Hope the rose don't die. You have to drop me a message there in the videos or something and let me know how it goes. Anybody got any more questions for the Magic 8-Ball, or you want to do some trivia? You want to talk about some of them shows we was talking about last week, the old-timey shows? Anybody come up with any new ones? I haven't come up with any new ones. I thought I would. Ben Inya's Vlogs in the house. Hey, good to see you, Ben. I haven't seen you in quite a while. Always good to see friendly faces come in the room. Very cool. Oh, Vlog says he gave up. He's going in the gym without her. And I hope she shows up soon. Yeah, Ghost says that, oh man, I could give some stories for that one. Yeah, I tell you what's there. Oh, mercy sakes. I don't know. I can't make some of the things up that's happened to me. Irish Whiskey 77 in the house. Good to have you in there. We're just chewing the fat. We're talking about Magic 8-Ball. I got Magic 8-Ball up here on the desk. So if you got questions for Magic 8-Ball, let me know. It has to be kind of a yes or no type question, because he ain't got a lot of room to give us an answer. And we'll try to get you an answer out of him. Talking about the series that I've been doing there on YouTube about, and that's why I'm single. And talking about Wednesday night's live stream that I'm doing with the panel. We're going to be talking about editing this week, so y'all come and learn about different editing programs from panelists. Ask questions. We'll see if we can figure out the best way for us to get some videos edited to get them up on the YouTube. I was thinking another topic that would be cool to talk about would be toys that we played with when we was kids, and board games and different things, you know, and see how many of them we could name off too. I mean, shoot, I can start that one off. We had Tiny Tears, was a doll that we had. She wet and cry. And then we had the Easy Bake Oven was another one. And Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And Tonka Toys. Hot Wheels cars. Let's see, what's some of the other ones that we had? We had all kinds of board games, Chutes and Ladders, and Monopoly, and Yahtzee, and Rook. Candy Tiggs is in the house. Good to have you in there. Yeah, the big wheel. We had walking dolls, too. Big old tall, 4-foot tall walking dolls. You hold their hand, and they kind of do a little robotic thing walking across the floor. Sweet Evil 666 is in the house. Good to have you in there. We just got started talking about old toys that we used to play with. Green Machine, yep. I remember Green Machine. I was too big to play with them by the time those come on. I was grown by then, but yeah, I remember Green Machine. And we had little green army men. You remember the little green army men made of plastic? SSP cars. I'm not familiar with that one. Candy said she loved her big wheel until she wore the wheel down. Oh my. We used to have motors that we could put on our bicycles to make it sound like a motorcycle. Patty Play was a walking doll, and Thumbelina and Chatty Cathy, yep. Yep, and Barbie dolls. I mean, those are still around today. Barbie and Midge and, oh gosh, Skipper and Ken. And there was another male doll in that series, wasn't there? Yeah, Holly Hobby was another doll. And much, much, much later, Cabbage Patch. Can't leave Cabbage Patch out. Penny Racers. That I'm not familiar with. Lots of cool games and stuff out there that we used to play with. Alan and Tammy were Barbie's friends. Now, I don't remember Tammy. Alan sounds familiar. And oh my goodness, all the accessories and stuff that went with Barbie. The Barbie Dream House, the Barbie car. And then you could even get a Barbie car that you could ride in as a little kid. The pink Barbie car. On the same order, sort of like a big wheel, but it was actually a car. Mr. Potato Head, Cooties, Ball and Jacks, Pickup Sticks, yep. Yep, those are all good ones. Twister was another game. They had, I don't know what it was called. I always called it a clacker. But you had this thing that went around your ankle. And then it had a string. And then it had this hard, really hard ball. And you'd put this thing on your ankle. And then you'd skip over the rope as that ball went around. And if that thing caught you in the shins, holy smoke, you'd yelp. Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop is in the house. You could get a hold of a good, like, basketball style ball that would bounce good. We'd play what they called Foursquare out on the playground. Anybody still do Foursquare? Kids probably don't even know what that is today. They're all so busy with their technology. Yep, the yo-yo and the slinky. Yeah, Candy knows what Foursquare is. Yep. You could get a hold of some colored chalk you could draw out on the pavement too. And we'd do hopscotch and draw pictures and stuff with colored chalk. No, we're not talking about the website maker site. We're talking about drawing 4 squares on the ground. Each kid, you have 4 kids standing in the squares. They bounce that ball back and forth to each other in there. And if somebody missed the ball, they's out. Silly Putty, yep. You remember you taking Silly Putty to the cartoons in the newspaper and picking them up with the Silly Putty? Matchbox cars, large G.I. Joes, jump rope. I imagine a majority of kids don't know nothing about all them things anymore, do they? Nine square, huh? I've never heard of nine square. PVC poles, four square, and volleyball. Yep, remember volleyball. Used to have to do that in gym all the time. I hated gym class. Oh, that was the worst thing in the world. See, I can't understand. You can turn kids loose and they play all day long, but you force them to do it, and I hate it, you know. Dodge the mud ball. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, teachers wouldn't like that game. Comic books. Yep. Save up your allowance and go buy comic books at the store on Saturday. Thank you, Lulu. Lulu's in the house. Grizz 270's in the house. Matt was asking if your camera was going to be working for Wednesday's show, Lulu. Good to see you in there, precious. Lulu's got a nice channel. And remember, those of you out there, if you're needing bussing and all that kind of thing, check out the mods because they need love too. Lulu's got a nice channel there with her ferrets and her guinea pigs and her critters. Jeff Robinson's in the house. He's talking about Legos. Yeah, Legos and Lincoln Logs. 1, 2, 3, red light, Simon says. Yep. Yep, smash it. Smash that like button. Michael Malloy's in the house. Good to have you in there, Michael. We were just talking about old games and toys and stuff that we used to play with back in the day. We also had this thing, oh gosh, creepy crawlers. Anybody remember creepy crawlers? Where you melt down this, or you pour this goo in these metal trays and bake it. Make creepy crawlers. And they also had one that you could make these things that you put on your pencil heads, like little dolls. Make yarn hair off of them. Sort of like a troll, but it wasn't really a troll. And see, they can't do things like that today because it requires electricity, and they're afraid kids are going to get electrocuted or something, or burn the house down. Shrinky dinks, yeah. Metal Tonka trucks. Who else has I think it's supposed to be paranormal. What do you mean by that? A paranormal channel? Has anybody else got a paranormal channel in here? Irish Whiskey's wanting to know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other things. Well, then there was the BB guns. Remember, we used to be able to have BB guns when I was a kid. And then there was the wagon. Remember the Red Ryder? Have a Red Ryder wagon. Bicycles. Hula hoops. Oh, gee, yes. I remember the hula hoops. Used to have a ball with them things. It was all before bubble wrap. Yep, pellet guns. And pocket knives. I still have pocket knives. I love the handle material on them. I've got a whole collection of them. And I'm crazy over Swiss Army knives. I don't know what it is about them, but there's just something about Swiss Army knives. You open that thing up and it's got, 50,000 blades in it, can do anything. Yep, the skipping ropes, jump ropes. Roller skates. Oh my goodness, yes, I had a pair of roller skates, and this was the old-fashioned kind, that you had the skate key with, that you had to adjust the skates to fit on your shoes. They don't have that kind anymore, because they're afraid somebody's going to break their neck with those things. Everything is built for safety now. Yeah, you can't play tag anymore. Yep, the wooden paddle with the ball. Uh-huh. You spend hours with that thing, whacking that ball around. It was great until the ball came off, You snap that line. Then your mother would get the wooden paddle part, and you're just stuck with a ball on a string. Ping pong. Mystic Angel Christina is in the house. Good to have you in there. We're talking about old-time games and toys and stuff. Yep. Great memories of playing with all that kind of stuff. The kids today, I don't know. They're going to be sitting around talking about their video games, I guess. Another 50, 60 years. They ain't going to know nothing about all these kind of things that we've played with. I mean, shoot, you take them to Antique Mall now and they see a rotary phone and they think it's some kind of an alien device. They ain't got no clue what a rotary phone is. Matt says when he's 17, laser tag came out. He played at the beach way too much. First place ever game. Yeah, I was much older than you, Matt, so I never got in on the laser tag thing. And then they had the paintball. I don't know if they still do the paintball or not. Yeah, the projector. Shoot, I'm trying to think of the name of that. I had it there and it popped right out of my head. Viewmaster. Viewmaster. And you can buy those little discs that goes in them. Buy packs of those. Mystic Angel Christina is at a campground. Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop says, say howdy for his sister. Okay, y'all, hold your ears now. Because, when I do this, about deafens everybody. Howdy! There you go, Al. Yeah, spirograph. Yes, I had one of those. I had a spirograph. I wish I still had one. It would come in handy for some of the artwork and stuff I do. First video game was Tennis Pong on a JCPenney game console. I remember Pong. There's an old episode of the 70s show. You remember the 70s show? With Eric and Donna and Fez and, the whole gang there. And Red Foreman, Eric's dad, and, oh gosh, I'm trying to think what his name was on the show. One of the kids on the show got a Pong game, and they modified it so the little thing to stop the Pong was tiny, and that way it would give them more of a challenge. Anybody see that old episode of the 70s show where they messed up the Pong game? Yeah, an Etch-a-Sketch. I had one of them. Atari. I didn't have an Atari, but I did have an Etch-a-Sketch. Okay, Al. Al's got to go. Al's on vacation. Hey, Al, before you leave, how was your yard bird that you put out there on the Barbie today? Last time I talked to Allie, he's getting ready to barbecue a yard bird. Mystic Angel Christina says, Maze, a maze video game. I'm not familiar with that. We never got to play video games. They didn't have any of that kind of stuff when I was a kid. Light Bright. Now, I didn't have Light Brights, but I know what it is. He said the yard bird was delicious. Thanks for asking. I like to go up to the Walmart to the rotisserie and get me one of them rotisserie chickens once in a while. Those are good. Krista Scabetta just came in the room. We say hey to Krista. We've just been in here jawing and talking about old games that we played with when we was kids and old toys. I'm trying to think of some of them other games that we had. There was Operation. Anybody remember Operation? And, we had several of them in the closet. There was, Candyland was the biggest one. That's one I still enjoy playing that today. Magic Doodle. You draw, then lift it up, and it would disappear. Yes, I remember those. And one where a magnet pen would put hair and mustaches on. Yes, I remember those. Yep, the Operation game, Battleship. Alvy, the robot that you played games on. That's from Emily Welda. Hey, Emily, good to have you in there. Yeah, I don't remember Alvy. Parcheesi, yes. Chinese checkers. Yep. Shrinky Dinks. Jenga. Jenga's still kind of a big deal today, isn't it? Hi-Ho Cheerio. You know, that was Farmer in the Dell. That was a nursery rhyme thing that we'd always sing, is Hi-Ho Cheerio, the Farmer in the Dell. Hungry Hungry Hippo. The one you put the cards in and played. There's a lot of different ones of those. Play-Doh, yeah. And then you could make your own Play-Doh. They came out with recipes that you could make your own Play-Doh. And then slime. We didn't have slime when I was a kid. That's a newer one, but for me. Yep, Jax. We can amuse ourselves with all kinds of toys and games and card games. Remember Old Maid? My granny, we didn't have a set of Old Maid cards, so she took some cardboard boxes that like cereal and stuff comes in and cut them up and made a deck of Old Maid cards, and we'd play Old Maid with them. Spin art, yes, I remember spin art. Making pot holders. Why didn't I think of that, Margie? Lord, I used to make thousands of them things. Like I drove my mother nuts buying them loops. Yep. I'd make them and get a big old bag of them, and then I'd take them around and sell them. And I'd go buy more loops. Yep, the steel roller skates. Yeah, we was talking about them a little bit ago, Gross. I had a set of them things. You had to adjust them with the key. The old roller skate key. I probably still have the old key around here. Skates are long gone, but probably around here in a box of old memorabilia someplace is the old skate key. Teddy Ruxpin, yes. There's all kinds of talking dolls. Chatty Cathy was the most popular, I think, but there's several different ones of those. Mr. Potato Head. Tickle Me Elmo, yeah. Paint by Numbers, Slinky, Polly Pocket, oh, Lou, yeah, Lou, you're a naughty girl. She sent me over to Hangouts to see something. Man, shame on you. Oh, shame on you, shame on you. I'm gonna get this screen set back up here now. Mercy sakes. Silly Putty. The Class Act Locker Answering Machine. Now, that's one I'm not familiar with. Play-Doh. Crazy Eights. Yes, Crazy Eights. Kickball, baseball, football. Yeah. Old Maid. Yep. Well, that brings back a lot of old memories, don't it? And of course, there's always the playground equipment too. You know, you have the swings and the slides and the monkey bars, and they had that one, what was it called, the witch's hat or something, you swing around on. They're outlawed now. And the seesaws, and the oh gosh, what was that one that it looked like a ladder up on sticks that you swing across it? Hungry Hungry Hippo, Bingo, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Pocono, and we used to sing songs too. We always enjoyed singing songs. And I can remember by the time I was in the 6th grade, we had like a little record player in the room. We'd bring records on our recesses. We'd play records and sing to them, see who could sing the best. Pogo Sticks, Monkeys in a Barrel. Oh yes, used to play that a lot. I enjoyed that. Scooters, Don't Break the Ice. Francis's Spirits and Kitties is in the house, stopping in to show love. Cool, yes, please do join the group on Facebook. That Facebook group, I think, is going to be a lot of fun because we can drop our links in there and watch each other's videos and talk about whatever issues that we have we can't figure out how to do here on YouTube and get help. I think that will be a good idea there. Lulu is going to be a moderator in there with me. We'll try to keep an eye on it and help y'all any way we can. I'm still getting it all set up. I don't have it all exactly set up the way I want, but it's only been up a couple days. So bear with me while I'm tweaking it. Jenga, yeah. Yeah, Lulu and I, we're going to have another meeting. We help each other figure out all this technology stuff on how to fix stuff. You know, oh, what button do I push now? Yeah, the Philco transistor radio, Margie. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yes, I had one of them. I put it under my pillow at night. Now, I slept upstairs. Mom and Dad was downstairs. And you know my mother, she could hear dog whistles. I'll swear. I put that little radio under my pillow so that I could hear it at night, you know. And she'd hear it clear downstairs and they screaming at me, turn that thing off. So then I got me some earbuds so that I could listen to it without her hearing it. I love my little radio. Yep, Battleship and Chutes and Ladders. Snowball machines and Easy Bake Oven. Yes, I had the Easy Bake Oven. I did not have a snowball machine. But I loved my Easy Bake Oven, and so did my daddy, because I'd bake him cakes with my Easy Bake Oven all the time. He loved to get me anything that helped me cook. Yeah, it'd make your ear sore, but at least you could hear it without somebody yelling at you about it. You can drop that link in here if you want to, Lulu. I don't care. You don't have to be shy about it. All of you be sure and check out each other's channels too. Yeah, all kinds of jewelry making stuff, didn't they? And the popping beads. Oh, I tell you what, I got in so much trouble once. I had some of them popping beads on and was at the church on Sunday and happened to catch them things on something. I don't know what I caught it on now, but them things popped apart and went all over the floor in the church. Disrupted everything. Oh, it won't let you put it in here. Well, I guess it's not surprising, Lulu, you know. But it is in the description of the video, so they can all catch it later if they can't look it up. It's BrendaG's Designs Group. Snoopy snow cone machine. I remember them, but I didn't have one of them, so, you know, I didn't know what you're talking about. Yep, candy necklaces. Oh, there's another thing that we could talk about. Maybe we'll save that one for next week and talk about candy, because there's millions of different kinds of candy that we've had over the years, too. Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, you used to be able to get all kinds of little jewelry kits and art kits. And remember, any of you old enough to remember the penny arcade, you know, they had the penny arcades that you could go to and you play games for a penny, or they had, you go to the gosh, what they call it, the 5 and dime, and they would have the soda fountains in there, and they'd also have a section of penny candies in jars. And you could go and get, you know, how if you had 10 cents, you'd get 10 pieces of candy for your dime. Mousetrap. I remember Mousetrap. Yep. Yeah, the old Woolworth store, 5 and dime stores. Yep. You had to go to the big city to get to Woolworths. In our small town, we had 5 and dime dry goods stores, what they called it, the dry goods store. And they had all kinds of different sections in there with materials and cosmetics and shoes, you know, and all kinds of stuff in there. But they had a little section for candies and stuff too. Yep, gumball machines. I still see gumball machines around from time to time. Anybody remember payphones? I don't think they got them anymore. They used to have payphones that you could go and put a dime in and make a telephone call if it was local. If it was long distance, you better have a pocket full of change to dump in the thing, but yeah, the little plastic high heels. Now, those went on Barbie. Those were Barbie shoes. It literally says they still have payphones up there in Nova Scotia. I haven't seen a payphone in years anywhere. People got too destructive with them and tear them up. And they tear the phone books out of them and tear the receivers out of them and bust them apart to get the money and everything else. So they came out with the cell phones. Margie says they still have a payphone where she's at. They used to have phone booths too. I mean, sometimes you would just find them payphones on a little pole with a cover thing over top of them, but they'd have payphone booths where you actually get in the phone booth with a little sliding door on the side of it, on the front of it. Little glass booth. We had one right on the edge of town where I lived. And you got stuck at the school for some reason, didn't have a ride, you'd have to walk all the way down there to the phone booth to call home or call somebody come and get you. Tried never to get stuck in town and not have a way home. It was 7 miles out to the farm. It'd be a long walk. Hide and seek, yeah. I remember one of the worst trouble I ever got in schools. We had a game we kind of invented, and it was called Monster. And, you know, whoever was it would be the monster and chase the other kids around, and the principal didn't like that game. And so he decided that he was going to outlaw it, and I got caught doing it and had to stand in front of the principal's office for every recess for 2 weeks. I thought that was a bit much for, you know, something where nobody's getting hurt, but yeah. Jeff Robinson said you still see payphones in some of the old barber shops there, yeah. I guess, you know, as long as there's someplace where they'll be protected and nobody's going to be tearing them up. I see a color. Now that one I'm not familiar with, Margie. Yep, dodgeball, I spy. And they had some kind of a game you could play on the road. It was license plate bingo or something. Y'all want me to ask you any of these trivia questions? Are you up for a challenge? Because you know some of these get a little tough. Now that I got your minds working, I can ask you a few of these trivia questions. We can play this for a little bit. And nobody says anything in the chat. They're like, oh no, not the trivia questions. No. Let's see. Let's ask a few of these. Got to get them turned around here. It got the questions on one side and the answers on the other side. Instead of dodgeball, you use newspapers. Would you wad them up and throw them at each other? In which city would you find an airport named after a U.S. president and first lady? In which city would you find an airport named after a U.S. president and first lady? Oh, get that off there. Mercy. There we go. In which city would you find an airport named after a president and a first lady? Anybody? A guess? Nothing? Crickets? The answer is Little Rock, Arkansas, the Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport. Which movie sequel challenged the viewers to decide the fate of a character with a Twitter vote? You decide if hashtag April lives or hashtag April dies. Which movie sequel challenged viewers to decide the fate of a character with a Twitter vote? You decide if hashtag April lives or hashtag April dies. Nope, it was not Walking Dead. Yep, Lulu got it. Sharknado. Sharknado 3 to be precise. It's called Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no. In 1970, which U.S. president founded the Environmental Protection Agency? In 1970, which U.S. president founded the Environmental Protection Agency? Anybody? Nope, wasn't Reagan. Wasn't Clinton. Gotta go back a little further. 1970. Wasn't Carter. Wasn't Ford. Wasn't Bush. $1970. Nobody? Yep, Lulu got it. Nixon. Which religious leader received an advance of over $8 million from Conf Publishing for his book, Crossing the Threshold of Hope? Which religious leader received an advance of over $8 million from Conf Publishing for his book, Crossing the Threshold of Hope? Dakota and family came in the room. Good to see you in there. You want the hat? You can't have it. I've had this thing for years and years. I'm an Alice in Wonderland fan. Nope, it was not the Dalai Lama. It was not Osteen. It was not Oral Roberts. Which religious leader received an advance of over $8 million from Conf Publishing for his book, Crossing the Threshold of Hope? Nope, it was not Billy Graham. Nobody knows? Pope John Paul II. That second? Yes, it is the second. Pope John Paul II. Which famous inventor electrocuted an elephant as part of a series of demonstrations to discredit alternating current called AC electricity? Which famous inventor electrocuted an elephant as part of a series of demonstrations to discredit alternating current called AC electricity? Now, it pretty much gives itself away. If you think about it, yes, it was Thomas Edison. His grizzly stunts didn't prove his point, and AC is what we use today. Yep, it was Edison. Which Super Bowl MVP was once drafted as a catcher by the Montreal Expos? Which Super Bowl... spit it out. Which Super Bowl MVP was once drafted as a catcher by the Montreal Expos? Come on, Lulu, you got this. My Canadian sister. Nope, wasn't Montana. Yep, it was Brady. Tom Brady. Sure enough. Which Irish landmark do visitors kiss to gain the gift of the gab? Come on, y'all know that one. Which Irish landmark do visitors kiss to gain the gift of the gab? Yep, Emily got it, the Blarney Stone. Given how many folks have kissed it, hopefully that's the only gift you get from it. Sure, yep. That's the truth. Which infamous feathered ensemble worn by Bjork was displayed at the Museum of Modern Art in 2015? Wow, that's a tough one right there. Which infamous feathered ensemble worn by Bjork, and that's B-J-O-R-K, was displayed at the Museum of Modern Art in 2015? I've heard of what she wore, but I don't know her. That's kind of a hard one. I'm going to go ahead and, no, it was not a boa. I'll go ahead and give you that one. Swan dress. She wore it to the 2001 Oscars and laid eggs along the red carpet. I heard of that stunt, but I didn't know her. Yeah, the swan dress. Some folks will do anything to get their name out there, won't they? Lordy mercy. Which engineering feat was completed in 1990 when two men broke through a wall of rock, met, shook hands, and said bonjour and hello? Which engineering feat was completed in 1990 when two men broke through a wall of rock, met, shook hands, and said bonjour and hello? Anybody know? I hear the Jeopardy song playing in my head. Do 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 do. France and the USA? No, Margie. Come on. It was Channel, the Channel Tunnel connecting England to France. It's 31 miles long. Yep. The French and UK tunnel called Channel. Yep. What Chicago-based satirical newspaper won the Webby Lifetime Achievement Award in 2016? If I've got any newsy folks out there, you should know this one. What Chicago-based satirical newspaper won the Webby Lifetime Achievement Award in 2016? I know you've all heard of it. Even if you're not really big into the news, I know you've heard of this one. What Chicago-based satirical newspaper won the Webby Lifetime Achievement Award in 2016? Not the Tribune. Satirical. Satirical is your clue. The Chicago-based satirical newspaper. Not the Herald Tribune. It's got a one-word name. Ghost Mafia is way behind. Yep, current question is, what Chicago-based satirical newspaper won the Webby Lifetime Achievement Award in 2016? Nobody knows? onion. The onion. Which of the following does not have an easy for me to say, isn't it? Which of the following does not have an exoskeleton? The scorpion, the crab, or the shark? Exoskeleton. Which of the following does not have an exo, and that's exoskeleton? Which of the following does not have an exoskeleton? Scorpion, crab, or shark? Yep, it's the shark. Lulu got it. Exoskeleton is skeleton on the outside of the body. Yep. A Brazilian man was arrested for trying to extinguish which iconic symbol on its way to Rio in 2016? A Brazilian man was arrested for trying to extinguish which iconic symbol on its way to Rio in 2016? Now think about it. If you think about it, you'll know the answer. A Brazilian man was arrested for trying to extinguish which iconic symbol on its way to Rio in 2016? That's a simple one. Come on. It gives you all the clues. Yeah, Ghost Mafia got it. The Olympic torch. A Brazilian man was arrested for trying to extinguish which iconic symbol on its way to Rio in 2016? The Olympic torch. I mean, what would you extinguish? Okay. JD Night 7. Good to have you in the house. We're playing a little trivia. Some of these questions are off the wall, and then some of them are pretty easy. Okay, let's see here what we got. The ancient Roman town of Pompeii was destroyed and preserved by the eruption of which volcano in 79 CE? The ancient Roman town of Pompeii was destroyed and preserved by the eruption of which volcano in 79 CE? Now, I know you've all heard of it. The ancient Roman town of Pompeii was destroyed and preserved by the eruption of which volcano in 79 CE? Lulu got it. Mount Vesuvius. Yep. It says here, Mount Vesuvius. In 1748, the town was discovered mostly intact beneath layers of volcanic ash. Ugh. The last album to feature the original lineup of Funkadelic has which unappetizing title? Anybody into Funkadelic? The last album to feature the original lineup of Funkadelic has which unappetizing title? The last album to feature the original lineup of Funkadelic has which unappetizing title? Anybody? Okay, the answer is Maggot Brain. can't make this stuff up. Maggot Brain, one of the most delicious albums of all time. Ooh. How many members are there in the U.S. House of Representatives? And it gives you multiple choice here. 335, 435, or 535. How many members are there in the U.S. House of Representatives? 335, 435, or 535? Yeah, too many. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles in Wisconsin's in the house. Good to have you in there. We're playing a little bit of trivia here. 435. Margie got it. Yep. 435 members in the House of Representatives. All right. What is the style of painting that uses opaque watercolors? What is the style of painting that uses opaque watercolors? Yeah, everybody feel free, bust up and down. Nope, it's not abstract. I'm having a rough time talking tonight. Dream Walking Angels in the house. Good to have you in there. We just played a little bit of trivia here. We've got the Magic 8 Ball. If y'all have any questions for Magic 8 Ball, I'll ask it. Has to be kind of a yes or no question, because the Magic 8 Ball ain't got a lot of room to answer them. Yeah, the answer to that question is gouache. It's G-O-U-A-C-H-E, gouache painting. Alfred Nobel, father of the Nobel Peace Prize, made his fortune with the invention of which power tool? Alfred Nobel, father of the Nobel Peace Prize, made his fortune with the invention of which power tool? And it's not really a power tool. You know, it's not something you would plug in kind of power tool. Alfred Nobel, father of the Nobel Peace Prize, made his fortune with the invention of which, well, I guess we should call it a powerful tool. Maybe that'll help you. A powerful dynamite. There you go. Dynamite. As well as other forms of high explosives. Yep. Dynamite. Linen fabric is made from the fibers of which plant? Now that one I would have known because I spin, so I would have known that one. Linen fiber is made from what plant? Not cotton. Linen. Linen is made from what plant? It is me, Brian, is in the house. Good to have you in there. Flax. Yep, it's flax. Lulu got it. Nope, silk comes from silkworms. Yeah, typically you can spin a lot of different things, but typically you spin wool. You can spin all different kinds of hair. You can spin cotton, silk, and flax. But flax comes from the flax plant, and when you spin flax, you make linen. Yep. In which city lies the bodies of Oscar Wilde, Jim Morrison, and Chopin? In which city lie the bodies of Oscar Wilde, Jim Morrison, and Chopin? There's a song about that city. It starts out, how you gonna keep them down on the farm? Not Quebec. In which city lie the bodies of Oscar Wilde, Jim Morrison, and Chopin? Coolie Collector's in the house. Good to see you in there. We're playing a little trivia. The emphasis would be on little. In which city lie the bodies of Oscar Wilde, Jim Morrison, and Chopin? And there's a song about that city called How You Gonna Keep Them Down on the Farm? Nobody knows? Yep, JD Knight got it. Paris. Yep, Paris. How you gonna keep them down on the farm after they've seen Perry? Nobody remembers that song? Which battle scene from the 1998 film was shot on the Irish coast with 2,500 Irish Reserve Army troops recruited to reenact a famous landing? Which battle scene from a 1998 film was shot on the Irish coast with 2,500 Irish Reserve Army troops recruited to reenact a famous landing? Got any movie buffs in here? Nope, not Pearl Harbor. Nope. Which scene from a 1998 film was shot on the Irish coast with 2,500 Irish Reserve Army troops recruited to reenact a famous landing? Nope, it's not D-Day, it's not Dunkirk. Not Jurassic Park. Jim Bashir's in the house. Jeff Robinson's in the house. Yep, Lulu got it. Saving Private Ryan. Yep, that's the one. Registered voters in Puerto Rico can vote in U.S. presidential elections. True or false? Registered voters in Puerto Rico can vote in U.S. presidential elections. True or false? Wrong, wrong, and wrong. False. But they can vote in the Republican and Democratic primaries. Yep. False, false, false. Yep. Who was the satirical news... Yeah. Okay. I thought I was reading the same question over again. Who was the satirical newspaper The Onion referring to in its 2008 headline, Black Man Given Nation's Worst Job? Who was the satirical newspaper The Onion referring to in its 2008 headline, Black Man Given Nation's Worst Job? Yep, you're right, Ghost. It's Obama. Barack Obama. POTUS is such a terrible job that only one other person even bothered applying for it. That's what it says here on this card. Oh my goodness. Okay. Which lake in Central Asia, once the fourth largest in the world, has shrunk by 90% because of drought and diversion of the rivers that once fed it? Which lake in Central Asia, once the fourth largest in the world, has shrunk by 90% because of drought and diversion of the rivers that once fed it? Nope, it's not Sand Lake. That's its name now. It's kind of a tough one, I think, but it is what it is. It's been in the news. I remember seeing the stories about it, but I couldn't remember the name of it. Nobody knows? It's the Aral Sea, A-R-A-L-C. And yes, despite its name, it is actually a saltwater lake rather than a sea. You're not going to try and answer them correctly? All right. CF's not in here. He's usually in here giving me some kind of fictitious answers. Which sports mascot made his debut in 1964 and even had a feature in Rolling Stone magazine? Which sports mascot made his debut in 1964 and even had a feature in Rolling Stone magazine? Nope, it's not Joe Namath. It's a mascot. Nope, not the chicken. Not Tony Tiger. Not OJ. Let's try Mr. Met. And it says he's a baseball-headed hottie. Coolie Collector says he doesn't know the answer to nothing so far. Oh, mercy. I will say some of these are kind of tough. Yep. I remember I was doing trivia with Ghost Mafia one night, and he was looking at the cards, and he'd look at them, and he'd look at the questions, and then he'd flip them over his shoulder because he knew there was no way I was going to be able to answer the doggone questions he's about to ask. Every once in a while, I get one though. What cattle end product was named Wisconsin's unofficial state muffin in 1989? What cattle end product was named Wisconsin's unofficial state muffin in 1989? I mean, it gives you the answer. Come on. Which cattle end product was named Wisconsin's unofficial state muffin in 1989? The Green Bay Wacky. No. Close. What cattle end product was named Wisconsin's unofficial state muffin in 1989? Jim Bashir's come real close. Cow chip. Cow chip. If you're not sure what a cow chip is, just please don't try to eat this muffin. Which activity brought late-night host James Corden a great deal of attention as he carpooled with a host of celebrities? Now, I know you've seen videos of this. Which activity brought late-night host James Corden a great deal of attention as he carpooled with a host of celebrities? Yep, Dreamwalking Angel got it. Karaoke. Karaoke. Says Corden's carpool karaoke segments became huge hits with TV and online audiences. Yep. What day of the week did the Normandy invasion of June 6, 1944 take place? What day of the week did the Normandy invasion of June 6, 1944 take place? Nope, it wasn't a Friday. On what day of the week did the Normandy invasion of June 6, 1944 take place? Not Ike's birthday. Yes, Margie got it on a Tuesday. Tuesday. Yep. Which facial expression is also the title of Rain Telgemeyer's 2010 best-selling graphic novel? Which facial expression is also the title of Raina Telgemeyer's 2010 best-selling graphic novel? Green Bay Wacky's in the house. Good to have you in there, Green Bay. Nope, not a smirk. Come on. I'm giving you all the hints I can give you. Oh, for goodness sakes. The answer is smile. Smile. Yeah, Emily, you get it after I told you what it was. Okay. Oh, you geeky ones out there, get this one. What does the acronym USB stand for? What does the acronym USB stand for? What does the acronym USB stand for? Well, you're close, Jim. You're close. No cigar. It's not upper sideband. Yeah, that's CB. Yeah. There you go. Green Bay Wacky got it. Universal Serial Bus. Yep. Okay, now y'all gonna get this one. I know you will. What kind of mob bursts into spontaneous performances to surprised audiences after organizing on social media? There, Green Bay Wacky got it. Flash mob. Flash mob. Oh, Lord, you won't get that first one at all. I can't even pronounce it. Alright. Okay, here's one that you all should know. This is fairly recent. Lady Gaga teamed up with which famous crooner to sing Baby It's Cold Outside for a Barnes & Noble bookstore commercial? Lady Gaga teamed up with which famous crooner to sing Baby It's Cold Outside for a Barnes & Noble bookstore commercial? Yep, JD Knight 7 got it. Tony Bennett. Yep. Who was the first African-American woman to be crowned Miss America? She's a popular model. Yeah, many of you should know that one. Who was the first black woman to be crowned Miss America? Yep, Green Bay got it. Vanessa Williams. Who wrote The Right Stuff, a novel about test pilots in the 1960s American space program? He's a famous author. Who wrote The Right Stuff, a novel about test pilots in the 1960s American space program? Yep, Tom Wolfe. Green Bay Wacky got it. Yeah. How many years did it take Microsoft Windows to go from 1.0 to 10.0? 20, 25, or 30? How many years did it take Microsoft Windows to go from 1.0 to 10.0? 20, 25, or 30? Yep, Green Bay Wacky got it at 30. For which NBA basketball team did Lamar Odom play during his rookie year? Got any sports fans out there? For which NBA basketball team did Lamar Odom play during his rookie year? Nope, not the Lakers. Not the Knicks. Not the Pistons. Not the Heat. Central High School. Not the Celtics, not the Bulls. Not the Sun. For which NBA basketball team did Lamar Odom play during his rookie year? Not the Timberwolves, not the Globetrotters. Nobody knows? Los Angeles Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers. Which region of the United Kingdom is not part of Great Britain? Which region of the United Kingdom is not part of Great Britain? Not Scotland. No, not Russia. Part of the UK. Nope. Part of the UK. Waggy. It's hidden again. Well, Jeff's close. Northern Ireland, to be precise. Northern Ireland. Which pesky creature became an internet favorite after it was filmed dragging a slice of pizza down subway stairs in New York? Now, I know who should get this one. No, Lulu. Green Bay got it with Rat. Now, Mel gives us all them pictures of what's going on there in the New York subways, and you say ferret. Lord have mercy. Yep, Rat. Within 24 hours, the Pizza Rat video clocked more than 2 million views. Don't tell Mel. Who beat eBay titan Meg Whitman in the 2010 California gubernatorial race, even though she dropped a record $140 million on her campaign. Who beat eBay titan Meg Whitman in the 2010 California gubernatorial race, even though she dropped a record $140 million on her campaign? Nope, not Arnold. Nope. Governor. It's a gubernatorial race, which is governor. Who beat eBay titan Meg Whitman in the 2010 California gubernatorial race, even though she dropped a record $140 million on her campaign? Jim Bashir's got it. Brown. Jerry Brown. Yep. Who wrote "It Takes a Village" and Other Lessons Children Teach Us"? Who wrote "It Takes a Village" and Other Lessons Children Teach Us"? You're right about that, Jim. Yep. You know the answer? Because she didn't learn the lesson. Who wrote "It Takes a Village" and Other Lessons Children Teach Us"? Bless your heart, Green Bay. Yep, Jeff Robinson got it. Hillary Clinton, published in 2006 while she was First Lady. Yep. Which office staple was invented by Art Fry in 1974 because he was tired of his bookmark slipping out of his hymnal at church? Which office staple was invented by Art Fry in 1974 because he was tired of his bookmarks slipping out of his hymnal at church? Nope, not a stapler. We use them all the time. I'd be willing to bet you that you got them laying on your desk right now. Not paper clips. They come in all kinds of pretty colors. Sometimes they even have maybe advertising or little sayings on them. Sometimes they're plain. Nobody? Yeah, Post-it notes. Green Bay got it. Post-it notes. Yep. 3M launched the 3-inch square canary yellow sticky notes in 1980. Yep. Which sport includes the player positions of gully, square leg, and mid-wicket? Which sport includes the player positions of gully, square leg, and mid-wicket? Not rugby. Yeah, Jim Bashir's got it with cricket. Cricket. As of 2016, which two countries, both in North Africa, boast the only two subway systems on the whole continent? As of 2016, which two countries, both in North Africa, boast the only two subway systems on the whole continent? Anybody know their geography? The one you should probably get pretty easy, but the other one might be a little more difficult. I hear the Jeopardy tune again. Do 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 do. Nobody? The answer is Egypt and Algeria. The Cairo Metro opened in 1987 and the Algiers Metro in 2011. Yeah, Egypt. I figured some of you would get that one. Algeria, not so much. Yeah, the Cairo Metro opened in 1987 and the Algiers Metro in 2011. Okay, which TV show's 522 episodes were aired on FXX on August the 21st of 2014 and played for 12 straight days for your binge-watching pleasure? Which TV show's 522 episodes were aired on FXX on August the 21st of 2014 and played for 12 straight days for your binge-watching pleasure? Nope. $522 episodes. Yep, Emily got it. The Simpsons. All 25 seasons of The Simpsons. Okay, from which root vegetable were jack-o'-lanterns originally made? From which root vegetable? Root vegetable. Root vegetable. That's your hint. Root vegetable were jack-o'-lanterns originally made. It's not squash. It's not carrots. It's not beets. It's before the pumpkin had an eating disorder. That's funny. Oh. Not radishes. A little bit bigger than a radish. Not a potato. Nobody knows? Turnip. People also carved beets and potatoes in order to ward off those who might bear them ill will, but turnips was the first one. Yeah. Turnip. So hence comes the old adage, hey, turnip head. Anybody ever heard anybody call someone a turnip head? That's because they used to use turnips to carve the jack-o'-lanterns. Which prolific artist, famous for his paintings of light, hid the number 5282 in his work to honor his wedding date, May the 2nd of 1982? Which prolific artist, famous for his paintings of light, hid the number 5282 in his work to honor his wedding date of May the 2nd, 1982? Yep, Dreamwalking Angel got it. Thomas Kincaid. He always did the paintings of light. Yep. Which type of engine uses the same basic technology as a pressure cooker? Which type of engine uses the same basic technology as a pressure cooker? Now just think about this. There you go. Margie got it. Steam. Margie and Emily both come in about the same time. Steam. That's what a pressure cooker uses to cook. Steam. Steam engine. Which carbonated drink, patented in 1885, has a name that is synonymous with the word gutsy? Which carbonated drink, patented in 1885, has the name, or has a name, that is synonymous with the word gutsy? I mean, I wouldn't have got this one. It's not something I would commonly know, but maybe some of you do. Nope. It's not anything like you would go to the store and buy. I've never seen it on a shelf. Which carbonated drink, patented in 1885, has a name that is synonymous with the word gutsy? The answer is Moxie. I've never heard of it. But maybe that's because it's from 1885. And I don't go back quite that far. Weaves World's out there. We're having some fun with some trivia playing here. Let's see here. Founded in 1754, another oldie. Okay. Founded in 1754, what is New York City's oldest library? Anybody know much about New York? Melman ought to be in here. He'd know. Founded in 1754. What is New York City's oldest library? Anybody? Are you digging furiously? Nope, not Gutenberg. Yep. Weaves World got it. New York Society Library. Yep. It's the city's oldest cultural institution. Yep. Cab 7 got it. New York Society Library. Hey, Cab, good to have you in here. I'll take a minute to say that anybody that needs inspirational live streaming, you need to go over to Cab 7's channel and get signed up over there, because he does them about daily over there. And he's got a good channel. You might want to go check him out. And if there's anybody in here that don't know who Green Bay Wacky is, you need to sign up on his channel, because he does a bunch of stuff over there. He does his support live streams to support the YouTube community. And he does some how-to videos, and he does some comedy videos, and he does some news videos. And on Thursday nights, he does a live stream. It's a prayer stream, and so you can get on the prayer list there and check out Green Bay Wacky. And both of them are on my Wednesday night panel, where we're trying to help folks. We come up with topics every week to help people with their YouTube channels. And this week we're going to be talking about editing. We're going to show some editing software and try to show you different ways that you can edit and different things, features that some of these software programs have. I'm going to be the head student in that class, because Lord have mercy, do I need help. Let's see here. What else we got? We got rock star David Bowie played standard... shoot. Would I learn to speak? Man, rock star David Bowie played stranded alien Thomas Jerome Newton in which 1976 science fiction film? Nope, it's not Ziggy Stardust. That's a song. We're looking for the movie. Rockstar David Bowie played stranded alien Thomas Jerome Newton in which 1976 science fiction film? Yep, Weave's World got it. The Man Who Fell to Earth. And the old stoner came in with it second. Yep. This old stoner's in the house. Good to have you in there. Well, Ziggy Stardust might have been the name of the album, wasn't it? Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. And in an unfortunately comedic incident, President Carter was caught fending off which animal that swam toward his canoe in a Georgia lake. In an unfortunately comedic incident, President Carter was caught fending off which animal that swam toward his canoe in a Georgia lake? I hear you, Nalisha. I hear you. Nope, it was not a beaver. Now, Weave's World got it. It was a rabbit. Yep. I remember when that happened, too. That was funny. The Killer Rabbit, or Bonsai Bunny episode, tarnished Carter's image. Yes, it did. Attacked by a rabbit in the lake. Stephen King published The Long Walk, Thinner, and Running Man under which alias? Stephen King published The Long Walk, Thinner, and Running Man under which alias? Yes, Richard Bachman is the answer. Nalisha got it. He felt that publishing more than one book per year under his own name was tacky, and that's why he did it. Now you know the rest of the story. In which year was the modern toothbrush invented? 1928, 1938, or 1948? In which year was the modern toothbrush invented? 1928, 1938, or 1948? Yep, 1938. You are correct. The invention of the nylon mint bristles were no longer made from swine hairs. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Swine hair is what the original toothbrushes were made out of. Mercy sakes. Would you be called Porky Mouth? Brushing your teeth with swine hair and make you Porky Mouth? Founded in 1901 in Springfield, Massachusetts, what was America's first motorcycle company? Founded in 1901 in Springfield, Massachusetts, what was America's first motorcycle company? And I know that because my daddy had one of them. Yeah, he says, I wish I didn't know it now. Yep. Indian. That's right, the Indian motorcycle. My daddy had one of them. I got pictures of him on his Indian motorcycle. One of these days, if I ever learn how to edit, I'm going to get a bunch of those old pictures and make a movie out of them. Let's see here. Name 2 of the 8 country flags that bear red, white, and green horizontal stripes. Just give me 2 of them. Name 2 of the 8 country flags. There's 8 altogether, but give me 2 countries that have red, white, and green horizontal stripes. Yep, Bulgaria is one of them. And Hungary's one of them. Alright? So, Weave's World got both of those. Bulgaria, Equatorial Guinea, Hungary, Iran, Kuwait, Oman, Tajikistan, or however they're pronouncing that. That's Tajikistan, and Suriname. Those are your countries. Mexico is not one of them, and neither is Italy. Horizontal stripes, not vertical. Which chart-topping songstress lent her voice to Smurfette in 2011, the Smurfs movie? Which chart-topping songstress lent her voice to Smurfette in the 2011's The Smurf movie? Katy Perry. Weave's World got that one. Yep, Katy Perry. She described Smurfette's voice as my voice and a bag of rocks with a pinch of sugar. Okay. Which F word is used for the delay of a Senate matter by debate or procedural motion? And I know you've all heard this a million times. Whether you even watch the news or not, you'll hear about it. Which F word is used for the delay of a Senate matter by debate or procedural motion? Filibuster! Bootsy Sweet Tarts is in the house. She got it. She snuck in on you. Hey, Bootsy, good to have you in the house. Which British musician appeared on the first cover of Rolling Stone magazine? Which British musician appeared on the first cover of Rolling Stone magazine? Not Jagger. Bits of Real Panther. Hey, I missed you coming in. Didn't mean to ignore you. Bless your heart. I look down and read these questions and I miss people once in a while. But don't feel left out. Good to see you. You don't need to run out. I will be ending the stream pretty soon here. I got a couple more questions though to go. Yes, John Lennon. Weave's World got it with John Lennon. Yep, that's the one. What is the more common, albeit alarmist, term for the Africanized honeybee? And I know you've all heard this one too. What is the more common, albeit alarmist, term for the Africanized honeybee? Yep, Irish Whiskey 77 got it. Killer bee. Yep. Which 2016 Olympic gymnast became the first female gymnast in 42 years to win 4 straight national championships? Got any Olympic fans out there? We were just talking about that on my stream that I did this morning, or earlier this afternoon when I was breaking beans. Weave's World, about people being afraid of wasps and bees. Funny you'd bring that up. I ain't really afraid of them. I'm not real fond of wasps at all. Bees I don't mind so much. As long as you don't mess with them. They usually leave you alone. Weaves World got it. Simone Biles. Simone Biles. Yep. That's who it was. Funny, Jim. Funny. Oh, mercy. Oh, well, I think I'm going to wind it down here a little bit. Let's see. We'll see if we can name everybody that's been in this room here. Let's see what we got. Bits of Real Panther in the house. Bootsy Sweet Tarts. Dreamwalking Angel. Emily Welda. Irish Whiskey 77. Jim Bashirs. Margie Yeomans. This Old Stoner. And Weaves World is in the house. We had Cab 7. Green Bay Wacky was in there. And a bunch of other ones as well. I'm just looking here at the current participants in the house, but sorry I missed you, Bits. But when you're doing a live stream, you look down for a second, you'll miss people coming in, and I don't mean to do that, but it happens from time to time. Jim Bashir says Simone was from Gary, Indiana. Yeah, Jim and I both live in Indiana, so that's an interesting fact to us. Yep. My. Well, now, I'll remind you again that on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we do the live stream with a panel. And we're going to have special guest on here, Matt, with Awesome Wood Things. He's got a program that he's going to show us, and Fireman CV's got another one to show us, and Green Bay Wacky's got another one to show us. So we're going to look at some of these editing programs and see which we think would work best for whatever our situation is, and start trying to edit some videos and see if we can't up our game a little bit here on YouTube a little bit. And I'll also remind you about the series I'm doing in case you haven't seen them. I've got 2 episodes of it up already, but it's And That's Why I'm Single. That's the name of it, And That's Why I'm Single. So if you haven't seen them, go check them out. I'll be turning another one loose here in a day or so, and keep you amused with some of the things that's going on in my life. Lord, I can't make this stuff up. So, I thank all of you for coming. It has been a hoot, as always. And, you know, if there's anything that you need me to know, you let me know. If you want to post your videos and talk about problems and things that you have with YouTube, or things that you think might help somebody too, sign up there for my Facebook group. It's called BrendaG's Designs Group over on Facebook. The link will be in the description of this video for you. And so get signed up over there so you can keep up with what all's going on with everybody, and we'll try to help each other there as best we can. So with all that being said, I think there's only one thing left to say, and besides thank you to everybody that came, and that's Brenda's crafty. Be like Brenda. Bye, y'all.